Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my co-hosts are in the building. The one without a gun, Mateo. How you doing, buddy?
Deja vu, Tony. I got deja vu. Something about this feels real familiar.
It's like the Matrix, man. Also in the building, I got my dog, DJ Doey Fresh.
What up? What up?
He got it right twice now. He said he was never getting it right again, and then Doey broke the recording just to force him to do it right again.
Yes. The first one didn't count. Also in the building, we got our dog.
Ooh.
The crunch.
That's the big crunch. That's the crunch.
We got our dog Pucho in the building. Yeah. His spirit is here. There's a little shout out of Pucho eating chips. Little, what is it, ASMR? Who came up with this shit? Like, who invented that shit?
I don't know, but I want to hurt those people. The person who started AMSMR, yeah, because it turned into some really weird shit. You don't see the ear that they got now, and the people whisper into the ear. They're whispering into the ear, and then
I've never seen this.
They'll put their tongue in the ear. It's weird.
I'm very surprised, actually, you don't like ASMR. Something about ASMR seems like it should be a Doey thing. Like, it should be one of your kinks. It should be like all that ASMR stuff.
I want you to yell into my ear.
Oh, for what? You want to bleed out of your ear? What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know.
Just get the megaphone and the microphone all together.
Yeah.
Man wants to go that quick. That's the quickest way to do it. But either way, what's been up with you guys, man? How was your week?
Wait, no, the microphone looks like an ear. There's a little ear on the microphone itself.
There's two for left and right.
Wait,
That's
what?
Weird.
It's the
I thought you were just saying like a
thing.
picture. I didn't think you was actually saying there's a fucking ear.
They'll rub their dick all over it, and then you get to hear what it sounds like if you rub your penis on your ear.
No, you're looking for extra shit. I don't think that's like the first thing for ASMR. I don't know. That's you looking for extra shit. There's no way that's the first thing.
They're definitely tongue fucking it. I've seen videos of that.
Of the putting their tongue inside a microphone.
In the ear microphone thing.
I hit the fans with a little bit of ASMR right now.
Yo, what is this?
I don't know that the fans are hearing any of this.
We don't hear anything. The fuck?
Nah, you can't. This is a good mic. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know what he just rubbed into his hands, but I don't think any of the fans heard it either.
It's hand sanitizer, all right? Don't be a hater. My first attempt of the one-up ASMR.
Also, I thought we weren't doing how are we like the week?
Well, we've ruined it like 4 times with the fucking glitch in the Matrix. What do you want me to tell you?
We did. We were shitting all over Andrew Tate. We had a good flow going.
That's what happened. You two were shitting on Andrew Tate, and the Matrix said, "Nope, not today," and canceled that shit. That's what happened.
Let's talk about how you love Andrew Tate.
I don't love Andrew Tate.
Some would say.
I'm just saying, like, Andrew Tate in Romanian jail, what do you call that? He's an incel.
Yeah, incel.
Mm-hmm.
Such a whack joke.
He also has a credited loss to Greta Thunberg now on his kickboxing career on Wikipedia, if you check.
Took him out, dude.
Yeah. People get ridiculous with these jokes.
Can we not agree that he got owned?
100%.
He got arrested, you mean?
No, the response to the Greta thing.
He responded to her. The whole reason he got arrested was because he responded
in video form with a fucking like pizza box, and apparently allegedly the pizza box is what led to his arrest.
Damn, I didn't. Yeah, I don't think that was her owning him. I think that he just made a mistake.
What made him go after her?
I don't know. I don't know the backstory behind that at all.
The correlation. Why go after this? Doesn't this girl like
she's 19
on the spectrum?
Possibly. I mean,
like,
maybe. I don't know. But he's still a grown ass man going after a 19-year-old, whether she is or isn't on the spectrum or whatever her circumstances are. Just calm down, man. You're in your 30s. You don't need to try to fight not teenage girls on the internet.
To be honest,
especially when they're not actively coming after you.
If you're talking shit, anyone can respond to it. Whether the age, I guess there is like maybe an age gap, but not really. Like if you're on the air, you're talking shit, anyone can respond. Just like here.
Yeah. But she didn't go after him. He tweeted at her with like talking about all his cars and shit like that, and went after her.
Yeah. it feels weird. It feels weird that you're the first person that you want to bully or like challenge or like, I don't know, internet troll is her. I just don't get it personally.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a weird target. It felt like if he picked anybody else on earth, I would have been like, oh yeah, it makes sense. But I'm like, what was this girl's like? All she is like an environmental activist. She's got like a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm like, why are you going after her?
Damn, she's only 19.
Mm-hmm. Young
What
kid,
the
man. Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna go. I'm
insane.
logging into the one up Instagram right now. We're gonna start some beef with Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, by the way, Enola Holmes too.
Pretty
She's
good.
good. She's a good actor.
Did you guys watch
Yeah,
Avatar by any chance? Talk about
I have
actors.
zero interest in Avatar.
What?
But you know what? Every single day that passes, I learn more and more information about Avatar 2, and it pushes me further and further away from ever watching the movie. I saw this thing pop up earlier that was like, James Cameron wants you to stop calling his space whales whales. And it took my 1% interest in seeing that movie down to about a 0.8. We're getting close to negative numbers at this point.
I haven't
heard-
seen it yet.
I heard James Cameron is like insane. And like he's so insane but he's like a Kanye level of he believes in himself.
Mhm.
And like
Everyone
he
should,
has
though.
accomplished things that a lot of people said were never gonna be able to be accomplished. So
To be fair, like he set a record, I think, when he was filming Titanic for that submarine that they took down to the bottom to find. Like, he's done some legitimately crazy shit and impressive shit in his movies. I just don't think Avatar is the one for me. I don't feel
me
it.
either.
Why?
I haven't watched the first one or the second.
Why'd you say that like in a negative way?
Because that's negative. Kanye has now entered the realm of just, you hear the word Kanye, it's going to be associated with something bad.
No, not for me. But I think that believing in yourself, though, right? That's a good thing to do.
I think that even for Kanye fans, there's still some correction now. I got a buddy I was just hanging out with the other night. He was telling me, he was like, man, he's like, now I really need to specify when I'm talking about like my love for Kanye, about that I'm talking about his old shit. I've got to like specify like years. It's like, I really enjoy Kanye from, whatever to 2013. That's good vintage Kanye.
I would say I am a fan of the Kanye, of the old Kanye. His music, his thing, this new political view that he's taking. I'm not really on that type of train. But I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a Kanye lover. But yeah, I do like Kanye. His now shit, his political shit, nah. I like the Kanye with the sneakers, with the clothes. By the way, that new fucking shirt logo, the Yeezy 24, that shit looked I don't know.
Are you gonna wear a Yeezy 2020 like 24 in like the year 2023 though?
That shit looks
No,
crazy
he's
to me.
talking about the shirt that looks like a swastika that Kanye made. Yay 24. It looks
What?
like a swastika, but he took off
Look it
one
up,
of the
Mateo.
arches of the swastika.
Yeah,
And
look it up.
he made Yay 20. It makes Yay 24. That's what he's talking about. This
Yeah.
fucking racist, this anti-Semite over here is talking
Me,
about.
I'm not anti-Semitic. Why do I make these bullshit ass fucking
You just
claims?
were like,
Smith making wild fucking
He's like,
claims. What's wrong with this fucking guy?
Nah,
I'm just saying
bro.
I wouldn't wear that shirt. That shit looks a little to me. You
Nah,
know?
bro.
Okay. So supposedly Kanye didn't actually design any of this. This is
Yeah,
just
no,
people
this
making this shit, and it's a pretty particular fucking 4chan making shit, man. So we should not be saying that 4chan is making cool stuff.
That's these boys. I'm just saying that I wouldn't wear nothing that looks like that. I wouldn't wear nothing that looks like that. That should, you know what I'm saying? Just no one should unless you're a racist. But that's besides the point. This is. Put it like this, bro. You can wear any Kanye clothes
I
you
will
want,
say
bro.
like for some racist nonsense, it like the design does look cool, but I'd like those like dark, the bold lines on it. I would not wear anything that looks even
Never.
swastika adjacent though.
And yeah, it's a little too close to me. It's a little too close. That's all. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, yo, if someone's wearing,
I just I hate that he does shit like this for like shock value. I hate it, bro. I was like, yo, he's becoming a very look at me, like kind of a little kid that's just jumping. Like, Dad, your son's gonna start to do it one day. Dad, look at me, and then he's just. You're gonna have to be like, okay.
What is that? The kid from Mad TV?
That's what I was thinking the whole time. What is it, Stewie? I think it's Stewie, right? Or some shit like that.
Stewie, something like that.
It's something like that.
But yeah, like if you were like, that's the thing. People like to hold people accountable for people's clothing line and shit like that. I was like, if I'm wearing Yeezy shoes, oh, you're anti-Semitic. Like Doughboy said, you're anti-Semitic. You're this, you're that.
You get them, yeah.
Fuck out of here. It's just clothing, bro. I'm not associating that. If I have a swastika on my shirt, then you can say stupid shit like that.
You remember when Tommy Hilfiger, they said something about him not wanting black people to wear.
Yeah, he said
clothes.
Minorities should not be wearing his clothing or some shit like that.
It was over.
I've never
That
had
was
Tommy
in the
Hilfiger,
90s
so.
too. How you got people to come like connect and talk to each other back then? Yo, they shut that shit down. They're like, we not wearing that trash anyways.
Nah, yeah,
Tommy
that's
Hilfiger still around? Do they still make
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah,
They make stuff, yeah.
make some stuff. Not
He's
good
a
shit,
he's a
but-
name. Yeah, he's a brand. He's a name. He has slave shops, probably very cheap.
On
cost.
the another claim that's wild right now.
So, I mean, it's probably true. Like, probably every clothes that we're wearing right now was made by children's hands.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's probably true, man.
Nah,
Actually,
all
no.
of them, though?
This hat was made by a buddy's friend's wife. So
Yes.
she got tiny hands, but they're not kid hands.
Also,
It's a kid adjacent.
it's the same shit. It's fucked up. No disrespect. Says she's watching the pod. But nah, yeah, fucking. I don't know why people shit on that movie Avatar. It's 3 hours long. That shit's a little beast. It's almost as long as the Transformer and the fucking Marvel movie, bro. The shit to me is like 3 hours, bro. God forbid you go watch it at 11 o'clock at night. Like, damn.
Dude, I watched that Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on Disney
Fire,
Plus.
right? Fire.
It's not bad. Did you catch that they confirmed that the GoBots exist in the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe though?
What are GoBots? What's that?
I had to Google it.
GoBots are they're the Marvel version of Transformers. They're fucking cars that transform into robots.
Cool.
It's pretty dope. I think,
Hey, listen, I've been playing Marvel Snap. I'm super into all these characters now. I'm like, Hawkeye. I used to hate Hawkeye, but I used to hate the actor that played him.
Uh-huh.
I like Hawkeye.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that Hawkeye TV show, the Hawkeye show on series on Disney Plus, pretty damn good. Better than it should be.
Yeah, you just need to go watch all the Marvels, though. I don't know how you still to this day haven't watched all of them. Blows
Shout
my
out.
mind.
Shout out if you ever want to have someone summarize the entire MCU timeline, our friends
Our boys just did it.
Yeah, at One Take, man, I've been seeing Gil come home, just exhausted, and I'm like, Gil, he's like, man, I'm working on something. I'm like, all right. He's like, I'm working on it. This has been like 2 months, 3 months now, in the making. 5 hours. It summarizes the entire MCU timeline in chronological order.
Damn.
From
Guess
70
what?
from like 70,000 BC or something, or 70 million BC to the present
now.
of
So, guess what got announced by Marvel this week?
What?
That they're doing the same thing. They're gonna fucking chronologically order the entire MCU, so that people can understand the whole story from front to back.
That's insane. Good for them.
Yeah, no, he's a great dude. His script writing is unlike any other, like anything I've ever seen. He writes an entire script for all of these videos, and
that's phenomenal.
That's a lot of work. That's why he come home
Tony.
tired.
Tony, sell me on Avatar. Let's get the 30-second like elevator pitch on
Let's
why
go.
we should watch Avatar.
all right.
Did Tony freeze? Is he waiting on us to kick him off?
I'll give one. alien
Just watch
booty.
it. That's all you gotta do. Just watch it.
Oh my God. It cut out until the point that he said, just watch it.
Nah, I'm joking. I was just on my Drax shit, just very staying.
God damn, you did it good, dude. I
Pretty
thought
good,
we were,
right?
I was over here checking Zencast.
Same.
Nah, but bro, honestly, if you don't care about the movie, you don't give a shit how it ends, wait for it to come out in movie theaters. But give it a try. It's definitely something you're gonna be like afterwards. You'll be like, wow, I just wasted 3 hours of my life, but it was worth it though. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna see alien babies. You're gonna see whales in space.
James Cameron said they're not well. He's going to jump through that wall and put a beat on you, dude.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really sell it to you. I know Avatar 1 was fire though. I like that.
I never saw anything to do with that one.
Damn, at least give 1 a shot. I heard 1 is definitely good. Some saying it's better than the second one, like how most movies are, right? But
Yeah.
give 1 a shot. 1 is a lot shorter, so if you like first one, you'll like the second one. But yeah, that's the pitch right there. Just go and watch it. Give it a try. You never know.
Just,
Halfway, you don't like it, or don't like it.
Someone told me that it's just about one man portraying his entire race for alien booty.
Are you talking about Avatar 1?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah. That's very quick and savage way to say it, but pretty
If
much.
I seen a fat old blue booty, that I think is a woman, because I guess this alien race, you know what I mean? What's a man? What's a woman? But yeah, big old blue or big old fat booty, juicy.
I don't understand. Do you want to eat it or beat it? Like,
I don't know. It's just would mesmerize me.
It would break his brain.
Alien booty.
He just said he would sell out his race for alien booty. He just said,
Yeah. I also was a big fan in Oblivion of the book called The Lusty Argonian.
Oh my God, the Lusty Argonian Maid or whatever the
Yeah, the Lusty Argonian Maid. All
never
right?
heard of this shit.
It's hot.
It was just erotica that they put into the game itself. I think it was like the porno. They didn't have any other porn in that universe. It was just the one book.
So it's a porno book?
Yeah.
It's like a saucy book, I think.
The Oblivion has a bunch of books and they have lore and stuff like that. They created a huge world in this game, right? And you can read books in the game. And there's one book that's like a porno. And it's about this lizard maid who has sex with everyone.
Wow. Okay. Moving right along. Well, by the time you see this, you'll be in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the future right now. You're in the past. Our past. But-
Wouldn't we always be in the future? We're always moving forward. We're never in the past. Look, the past was just there. It just went by. That's
Yeah.
it. We're not in the past
The
anymore.
past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist.
Huh?
Damn. Fire drops right there. But we all know, we all hear it every year at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year. It's new year, new me bullshit. Every year. I see it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Come on, people. Time to change it up. Time to change it the fuck up. I don't want to hear new you, new me, but I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see a picture of this new shit that you're going to change this shit. Just do it. Like Nike says, just do it.
So do you have any resolutions for this next year then, Tony? Do you believe in like setting goals, resolutions, or anything?
Nope, just going to be a better man. That's it. That's it. I'm not setting no. It's like why like people do it all the time. Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and do this. About a week later, back to square one. It's like no, just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. You know what I mean?
I want to try to take joy in the little things a little bit more. Like for example, like if I was eating like a bag of chips, I want to enjoy it as much as our man Pucho. Give us that chip drop.
That chip drop for you.
Let's hear this man getting joy in the little things. Where's that? There it is. That's the one.
That crunch.
Ooh.
That crunch.
That's my sound for 2023 right there.
All of
wanna enjoy life.
2023. Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, I know last year we did that shit sort of, right? We all said like, oh, we want to be a better person, this and that, but it's not like some people take it overboard. You know what I mean? And it's mostly the ladies. I ain't gonna lie, it's mostly the ladies.
I think people have this idea that like you can make change happen like overnight. You can make change happen immediately, and you can't. It's a process. You're gonna slip. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna stumble.
It's a fact.
You just have to keep pushing.
I love when people post a little meme of the girl walking up the steps and 2021 is behind her and then she's leaving all the bullshit behind her and she's going to the next. I love when people post that. I'm like, awesome. Like it's that time of the year. It's almost like Christmas now. It's like a Christmas theme. It's like you have all these people who wait for this time. And then, so I guess that's what makes it kind of cringy is that everybody kind of was like, "Oh, what am I gonna do next year? Let me throw it out there."
You know what's even cringier when someone says, "All right, bro, I'll see you next year." Ugh, like
I love
shut
it.
the fuck up, bitch. Like,
I love it.
like fuck you and that stupid ass saying. Like, see you next, bro. You're such a lame. Like, such a lame.
I love it.
People
See
do
you
it now
next
as a
year.
joke, though. Like, yeah, it's just so dumb. But nah, I think I don't know why. I don't know if it's a thing to just want to just say it. You just want to be the first to say it or do it. It's just like there's no point of that, bro. Just make your promises to yourself and do it. You know what I mean? Most of the time, people who scream it out loud on social media end up not doing it.
I find that a lot of the time, if you are putting all of your moves on social media, in my opinion, it just for me, I don't know.
I've read some shit like that like putting shit on social media makes you less likely to accomplish that goal that you're putting out there. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how the hell they measured that, but I've heard that before. Like I've seen that referenced in articles and shit like that.
I feel like if you really want to do something, you don't need to let somebody else know in order to, make you feel more motivated about it. I get that, we can use social media in a way where we're going to get people kind of cheerleading for us and people are going to be supporting. There are going to be some people that are like, yeah, and they're happy for us, right? So, which is, I guess, okay, if you want to use it for that reason. People use social media for a lot of reasons. And if you're able to get that support from there, I guess, go for it. But I feel like sometimes keeping things personal is not bad either. Like keeping it to yourself, keeping your cards close to yourself and not really revealing what you want for the next year and just becoming that. I feel like you shouldn't wait for the end of the year to try to be somebody else. Like the shit could come in the middle of the year. I feel like you should always kind of do that.
It reminds me of like all the times that I've quit smoking and I've been like, I'm just going to finish this last pack of cigarettes. I'm going to do 2 more packs of cigarettes. This is my last cigarette. Just fucking quit. Just make the change. Just start making the steps and stop giving yourself an excuse. The most successful time I've had quitting, like the most recent time, I'd weaned myself off cigarettes because I knew I had like a nicotine like addiction. It's not just like I can go cold turkey necessarily. So I started setting limits. I started setting goals for every day for like what I was going to allow myself to do.
So you just lessened the amount of nicotine intake, I guess.
Yep. And I'm still working on that. Like I'm dialing back my nicotine every time that I refill my juice, basically. So. Got a buddy that just went zero vaping. Was a smoker for years. He was a vapor for years. Now he's throwing this thing in the trash.
Awesome.
That's good. Good for him.
Congratulations.
Bro. Yeah, that's smoking shit. I mean, if you're gonna smoke marijuana. But other than that, like that's
I don't know
crazy.
if that's what you should be suggesting. Yeah.
But no,
Knock the cigarette out of someone's hand at the bar. Is like, instead of doing that, smoke a joint, dude.
Smoke this shit.
blunt.
Bro. This is natural essence right here. Right? You got no tobacco, no nicotine, none of that.
That would be like the worst idea, bro.
How?
Joey, I've got a question for you. You
What?
think the kids nowadays are they? Do they have little like flower like bud stashes, or is it just all vape cartridges now? what do you think the percentage breakdown is for like the young kids, like the 25 and younger kids, as far as like who vapes and who is actually smoking like flower bud, like old school style?
I think the vapes are a little expensive still, but I think, yeah, kids are definitely vaping. But flower is always going to be cheapest way. Like, you know what I mean? Used to get the $5 nickel bag back in the day. You know what I mean? A little nickel bag. So, like, I don't think you're getting a vape cartridge for $5.
Bro,
you
who
know
the
what I mean?
fuck you bought a nickel bag?
Yeah. What are you talking
Oh my
about? All
god,
the
such a
time.
small amount of marijuana. Like, what are you smoking out of? A little bowl, probably?
I can roll a decent blunt with some Reggies,
right.
of some Reggie Millers.
You want to smoke that trash?
I just picture like the tiniest little like toothpick sized joints in the world.
Shit is crazy. Like,
Nah, it was, you know, the Coke bags, you know, the bags that they, little dime bags, like those, but just filled with bud. They're little pillows.
little pillows. Them shits don't do nothing. Like, that's a 5-second puff, and it's the wrap. Like,
No.
It's like the cartoons, like you see like them just smoke the entire cigarette down. I guess they don't do that in cartoons anymore. The Looney Tune cartoons used to have people smoking in them.
bro, now that I
and
think about
Jerry.
it, that shit was crazy. They used to smoke cigarettes on that shit like nothing. Now it's
One pull.
yeah, one pull McGee. I could imagine Doughboy out there trying to fucking roll the smallest little blunt up. Yo, you know what? You know what's nastier than the people who do New Year, New Me bullshit? The people who save the roaches. Dude, they be saving like the
I used
little
to
ass
do
roaches.
that. And then we used to break them up and make a roach blunt. That's when times were rough and you didn't have money for weed. You'd break up all the little roaches, and then some people wouldn't break up the roaches and line the roaches up and then wrap it in a blunt. That was the worst one. Yeah, that's the worst one. Yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah, we would break up when times were rough. Also, scraping the bowl. When you had like a bowl, you scrape the bowl sometimes. Sometimes times were rough.
That's borderline addict shit, bro. Baser shit. Not even gonna lie to you. You scraping remnants. You scraping the little tiny particles of marijuana bud just to get high. And it's not gonna get you high. It's just gonna destroy your fucking lungs or your throat at that point.
Some of it got me high. Definitely was getting high. Okay, I don't need you to take that away from me, sir.
Damn, my bad.
But anyways, definitely one thing that people like to do is cut back on smoking or saying. I think on the date scale, it looks nice to say I started this the beginning of the year. But
it's like Tony. He likes to start the podcast at like 00. Like he likes that. He likes that 2 minute, 3 minute mark. He likes something set where it's gonna make logical sense to him. So I get it from that sense. But like, I'd feel like New Year's resolutions don't stick. If you're pinning like it's just a new year, I'm just gonna do better things next year. I don't think that's necessarily gonna stick.
I think there's a problem with the way we look at our calendar and the way we look at the year, and everything is so circular, and we come right back to it we come back to the situation every 12 months, right? People make this new year, new BS every 12 months. Like a calendar, like just right on the dot, just like if it was Christmas, just like if it was the fucking Super Bowl. The Super Bowl has the same date. This shit is this. It's just, I think it's the way we look at the yearly calendar, and I think you shouldn't look at it in the way. I think everybody is moving in a direction, and you kind of got to stop and look at things and be like, yo, this shit is so arbitrary. Like, your new year could start in July. Why not? Fuck these people. That could be the start of how you change your thinking. And it's just, I think the way that you look at it, everybody wants to start at the beginning of the year because it's the thing to do. And I just think, I don't think it's.
This boy sounding like Top G over here. Break the cycle. Free yourself from the matrix, my boy. Don't follow everybody. Be your own man. That's what you're saying. Layman's terms. And
I mean, those are vague things though. Like if anyone's like, "This is my brand," you're full of shit. Everyone says that. You get your homeboy drunk at the bar and you ask him for some advice. That's gonna be the exact advice your homeboy's gonna give you.
No, but yeah, serious side. But like, I think it's just energy. People trying to put that good energy out, but sometimes it's just so cringy, or I just like, bro, I get it. I get it. You're just going with the flow, trying to put the energy out. But sometimes the best moves is not to tell anybody your moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels sometimes like virtual signaling. Like it seems like it feels like they're like, you're and like I explained earlier, if you have the crowd and that's what you want is like a boost. But for me, it's very cringy when people do that. I'm like,
I think there's some ways to use it. You can hold each other accountable. If we were doing some kind of like a fitness challenge or something on one of the podcasts, us tweeting at each other every day to like say, hey, I'm checking in. There's me. There's my picture at the gym or something. I think that you can use things positively like that.
Well, didn't Doe challenge you on your watch or some shit? Like
we were challenging each other for a while.
Workout watches, right? That's what you guys were doing?
Yeah.
That'd be dope. I mean, if we all had a bike, we all have to.
Doe's hard to beat though, because he's using that bike for transportation and exercise, and that shit's real hard to beat. Man's put it in 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have to turn it off while he's going to work and shit like that. He can't use it on normal commutes.
I was doing 70. I do like 74 miles a week, so he was having to compete with like that level. And it was just like a lot of cardio. It's like 45 minutes of cardio 2 times a day, basically.
Crazy. Mateo was going at it though. He even got a whole in gym shit in his house or whatever. Like,
well, that's the more impressive thing, that you actually have a gym now.
I need to go cancel my gym membership. Actually, I've been paying for a Gold's gym membership for like 5 years now, and I've been just working out at home.
Bro, gym makes so much money because of people like that. Like the New Year shit.
Intentionally hard.
Yes, they do.
You can't go online and cancel.
You have to go in person. You have to talk to you have to talk to a manager, and they don't have a manager on duty every day either.
Wait, for Gold Gym.
All gyms.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yes.
LA Fitness, you could do it over the phone if you wanted to.
Can you really? Because Gold's Gym traps you. Gold's Gym is a scam.
LA Fitness, they would try to hit you with that. Oh, but what's the product? You want a cheaper price? You just say, no, canceling. Boop, okay, canceled. Done. That's it.
So for me, Blink Fitness, Planet Fitness, and 24-Hour Gym all did the same bullshit to me, where I had to go into there. And I'm talking about, this is within the 10, 15 years that I've tried to lose weight, and I've gone to all these different places. And all 3 of them, dude, nightmares. I spent years giving these people money before I could cancel. Like years. I was trying so hard. The piece, it would be one person's not there. Oh, our manager isn't here today. I said, well, when is he gonna be here? All the times that you're working. And I'm like oh, word. I have to take a day off of work to come over here. Bueno, and see fucking this manager.
To lose more money.
And then you show up and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, the manager, he took a sick day today. Yeah. He had to go and cancel his gym membership somewhere else.
I'll pull up to that man's house, cancel my fucking membership. Or just cancel your card and not pay for it.
I mean, that's an option.
Yeah,
although I think Gold's Gym got my bank account info. I think they billed directly through my bank account.
You gave them your routing? What type of gym takes routing numbers?
I don't know, man. It's been so long now that I don't remember anymore. But I think they've survived renewing through several like credit card updates. So they must have my banking information.
Imagine how many people died and their credit cards are
just paying.
Still just charging.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like they got their bank account information. They could just be being charged forever.
I need to get in the gym business then. That's crazy. I just not that's nah. They have to be canceling that shit.
Only geriatric. Geriatric. All the Palm Beaches. Yeah, come.
This is for old people just only. That's it. I don't take younger crowds.
Oh yeah. Why do you need my routing and banking and account number? Don't worry about that, ma'am.
Old people are horny. Tony's gonna end up having just like a hookup hotspot for seniors or something if he makes like a seniors only gym.
Yep. I heard
double dipping right there with the money.
STDs are rampant in nursing homes and stuff like that because these old people be fucking.
Yep. No protection. They're like, we don't need protection anymore. I'm 85 years old.
Yeah, they're about to be out the door anyways, right? Fuck. That's crazy. Imagine you go visit your grandma. She's getting blamped out by the neighbor. Like,
I heard that they have these gel bracelets that they wear, and you'd like break.
Oh shit! I was like, what
That's hilarious.
the fuck this man talking about?
Where do you think those Zoomers got it from, man?
That's insane. Let's get back to the gyms and all that shit. Fucking but no, yeah, gyms like they make the most money in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And all the regular gym people, the gym goers, they hate it because it's overpacked. They're taking the weights. They're on the treads. They're just like, bro, I can't wait for February for all these people to disappear. And it happens. It literally happens. That shit is crazy to me.
There's some YouTube channels out there that this is their best time of the year because all they do is they're like those gym fail channels. Those dudes are just in the gym with a camera right now, just waiting for someone to mess up.
I have a story to tell. That happened to me, but I wasn't really doing anything wrong, and somebody was recording me in the gym.
What?
And I guess they were kind of making fun of me. But I've had that happen to me, and I wasn't really doing anything funny or funky.
What were you doing?
And I guess nothing. I was just working out. And then I caught some dude fucking recording me.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and I felt very insecure about it. I was like, oh shit.
Like in general, I don't think you should be filming in the fucking gym. Like you should not be filming people that are working out. Also, like I don't think that there's like good places to make fun of people for like their body type or anything. But the gym is definitely not one of them. If there are places that exist, the gym is not one of them. That's where people are trying to better themselves and, change their body type if they don't like it. That's probably not the place to make fun of people for that.
But if you're doing something dumb on the fucking workouts, like you've seen those videos where the guy is just like doing that's not how it's supposed to be used, or like.
Man, if I'm doing some dumb shit like that, though, I'd rather someone come up and tell me, "Hey, dude,
yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna fucking hurt yourself."
It'd be the same thing that you tell, like you don't like someone breath stink or something like that. You're not gonna. Hey, your breath stink. You're just gonna let it rock out.
You're gonna offer them some gum. You'll try to like do it. You know what I mean? Hey, you want some gum?
You're not gonna.
I'll eat some too.
Your breath is never gonna stink so bad you're gonna break your back though.
Yeah. You're right about that. That is a little bit extra, right? But you know what's funny too? Even some of the ladies out there when they're going to the gym and they're using those leg crunchers. Some of them are using them shits not how they're meant to be. I just be like, I think this is just you're not working out at this point. You're just stunting, getting that attention because it just doesn't make sense.
What's up?
I'll tell you though, dude. Some of those TikTok workouts that these chicks do are fucking crazy and intimidating. There was this chick that I saw at the gym one time, and she had the treadmill on max incline, and she was walking normal. And then she started doing this crab walk. And then she did this like sideways crab walk and then back the other way. And then she turned around. She's walking backwards up this thing. And it's some like TikTok workout plan. I heard some other chick come and like ask her like what the hell she was doing. And she's like, yeah, she's like, it's this TikTok's workout plan. She's like, you walk backwards because it helps like your glutes. And you walk this way because it helps with whatever, like hip abduction or some shit like that. Shit is not anything I could do. That I could not crab walk sideways up a treadmill on max incline.
Girls
I want to watch that. That sounds funny.
Funny? Nah, that's a hell of a workout. It sounds like crab walking, bro.
Crab walking sounds funny.
I mean, oh yeah, it probably looks funny.
Crab.
Well, no, I don't think
you're pictured like full Zoidberg.
Yeah, they're not doing that though. That shit's definitely a workout though. I don't think you'll last not even 5 minutes though. I'm telling you, that shit is a serious workout, bro.
I feel like if I was walking backwards up a treadmill in max incline, I'd just fall down and just get launched off that thing.
That's what I'll wait for the fall down. Because at some point your legs are just gonna collapse on you. No way. No way. Shout out to all those people though that go to the gym constantly. And they don't need no damn New Year, New Me bullshit to fucking do it. Shout outs to y'all for sure. But shout out to our subscribers, man. You guys are out there subscribing. We're getting new subs every day. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Share, like, follow, repost, retweet. We're on Spotify, Apple iTunes, any type of audio only, all video areas. We're there. Just share us. Like and comment. Read the comments.
We need to get these likes up, okay? I'm not feeling this. If you are one of our nearest and dearest and you're checking us out right now, go click that like button. We should have at least 10 likes every video, all right? I want to get these likes up, okay? We need to average.
Put that wrap down on the desk.
Put this,
and then click like.
Put the Caesar wrap down.
Damn. These attacks are uncalled for.
This is just in general. People eat Caesar wraps for lunch, Tony. Some people really like them, especially if they're doing like New Year, New Me. It's a healthy, alternative to other lunch options.
New Year, New Y'all. Hit the subscribe button, all right? That's the only thing y'all should do. But I got another beautiful question. Might be a little salty wounds for the ladies out there. Engagement rings. The cost of an engagement ring. How much should a man spend on an engagement ring? Some people are saying from between $2,000 to $4,000, and some of the ladies out there are asking for a $10K ring. I think that shit is wild. They need if a woman's asking you to buy a $10K ring, I think you need to reevaluate the situation. First, see who you're talking to. Do they look like the type of person that can afford a $10K ring for you? If you're asking for that and that person don't got it like that, maybe you should really think about what you're in the relationship.
I think you're going in depth.
I was saying my shit. Yeah.
I was recently listening to women talk, and I saw that a lot of women expect a much higher costing ring than the ring that they get. So $2K, they wanted a $5K. $4K, they wanted a $6K or $8K or a $10K. And it made me start to think, like, maybe as men, you know what I mean? We're viewing this completely different than women. Or maybe this whole thing has gone ass up, and like this market of buying women rings is just, I personally, I don't think there is any price limit that could be set for the person that I'm gonna want to spend the rest of them. But that's a very special person, right? Like, I don't think there's a price. I'll pay pretty much anything, but I gotta be realistic too. Like, if you want a $10,000 ring, you're just gonna get the ring, and then we'll get married in like my bedroom over here, and we'll get this just officiated. You know what I mean? You gotta be realistic with what we're gonna be able to do. I think, for some people, money isn't an issue. And I think that's more of the direction that those people are going. They aren't going to marry someone who isn't going to be able to finance that for them.
So here's one of those things that's always been interesting to me. There is some kind of relation between how much money you spend on a wedding total and your divorce rate. And it's something interesting. It's like according to here, it's if you spend $1,000 less on your wedding, let's say you're having a super low-key my backyard wedding, you're 53% less likely to get divorced, while those who spend anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000 were 18% less likely to part ways. But on the other end of the spectrum, if a couple drop like $10,000 or $20,000, 29% more likely to end in divorce. Like, there's this thing, you spend more money on a wedding, you spend a lot of money on that kind of stuff, you're probably going to have some kind of like marriage issues. And it's probably a real simple like answer as to why, though. If you spend money you don't have before you get into your marriage, you're going to have financial issues, and financial issues are like the number one reason for marriages ending.
Yeah, you're going to be entering your marriage in the negative, which at that point, like I said, I don't even think you should be doing that. Like, I think you got to be super realistic with your partner. And I think if your partner has unrealistic expectations, you either need to talk to them about it, or that may not be the partner for you. You know what I mean? Because let's say you have a partner that does want a 10K ring, 15K ring, and you do get her the 2K ring. That's going to cause issues down the line. It's just going to cause issues down the line. Remarks will be made. That won't be the last time that you hear about it.
I don't understand the whole thing, man. I would not. There's no part of me that would want to wear $10,000 worth of my money on my person where I could potentially lose it, get it stolen, anything like that. It just, something about like spending that much money on like an accessory essentially. It breaks my brain. I don't understand it.
But I do think that on the other spectrum, you can't cheap out and buy like a pawn shop fucking engagement ring that's already been put together and shit. Like that also is not cool. There was a video floating around Black Twitter. A guy was with this girl for like 10 years, 9 years, and he got her a ring and he proposed to her in the car. And she's like, I don't want that shit. And he's like, what? Well, you don't want it? She's like, no, I don't want that shit. And he's like, why? And he's like, because look at where you're giving it to me. You're inside a fucking car. You didn't plan anything out. You didn't give a fuck about it. I was like, where was this 5 years ago? Where was this? You know what I mean? She's like, nah, I don't want it. And I think you can run into that situation where if you run a relationship dry, like you can, there may be a time where you won't be able to come back from it. But it is a big thing for women, that proposal, making it special, thinking about it and putting time and effort into it. I think if you do a lot of those things, I still think you need to get a pretty, like, I think maybe 2 carat diamond. Maybe.
See, that's the problem too, though. Like I don't know where the standard came from, or this and that had to be a little bit more, but like the effort in putting into a planning, a lot of, I think almost all girls or all women will love. Like that's one thing, right? Some of them won't even care like the size of the carat, how many diamonds or how many this or the price. Some of them don't care, but some do. And it's nothing bad, you know. We're all bougie on our own like sort of things. Like we buy, like I don't,
For sure.
I'm bougie on electronics. I want the top shit TV. I want, you know what I mean? Those bougie on clothing and bikes. You don't want shitty bikes, shitty clothing. You know, Mateo wants a nice motorcycle, nice gym equipment. You know, there's shit that we're all bougie on. The problem is when it comes to a wedding ring or an engagement ring, if the man gets something cheap, oh my God, like her homegirls are gonna talk about it.
Yes.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, that man cheap. That man."
It's crazy because the ring can't just impress her. The ring has to impress her friends. That's crazy. That's really you not really buying it for her. You really just buying it for hype levels. Like the hype train is gonna be activated when I open this.
Well, it's because our friends have this insight into us. They can see if you're not feeling something completely. Ooh. So if they can pick up on those little vibes that like maybe their homegirl's not happy with the size of the diamond or the color of the diamond.
So
or
then why make a bad comment to her then? Just say, nah, that should, you know what I mean?
I think we all gas each other up like this. We all want our friends to live their best life and get what they want and deserve from life.
Why would Lena say no? You remember? Say no.
She was a fucking
Why would she do that? She did it though.
She did it.
It's something about it.
Is there a stigma associated to taking your girl with you to go help you pick out the ring? Is that a thing?
I don't think you should do that. I think you should just. There's conversations in a relationship. There'll be conversations.
I've got some complicated like thoughts in general though. Like I'm not a fan of the public the public proposals. I think it puts a lot of pressure on people to do any kind of like public proposal like that.
Yo, shout out Guadalupe, all right? He brought my man a sandwich.
Man,
you weren't going to get tight until you saw it was a piece of food, and then you got a smile on your face.
I was getting tight. I was like, damn, bro,
shout out to Guadalupe, yo. That's my boy.
You keep dropping man's name and shit. What's wrong with this fucking guy here,
bro? He's a cool guy, all right?
Damn. Start dropping names for your whole family in this shit.
My bad.
Dropping names. But no, yeah, fucking, it definitely goes like, in the way of if you buy a ring, like you know what she likes. Like throughout the year, I knew what my significant other at the time liked.
Maybe you know what she likes. Maybe your girl doesn't wear a lot of jewelry on the regular or something. You're just shooting blind.
No, but you ask her like, oh, like if you were ever to get married, like what's a dream? Like these are questions you ask. I'm not saying ask her the same year you're gonna marry her, you know, but you just have casual conversations about it.
I don't know. I think if someone was buying me something that I was going to wear on my person, there would be no part of me that would be upset about them just being like, hey, just come with me and help me pick out something.
I mean, yeah, some people like doing that, though. They want to get them something they like, but then they can beast. And when you start being cheap there in front of them, you're going to... Yo, if
That sets the mood, yeah.
If you're having the realistic conversations with your partner and you're not putting that bullshit of this is my finances, this is a man's finances, don't worry about my money situation. If you're being realistic with your partner, they should know what your fucking budget looks like realistically for you, for both of y'all, for you as a unit.
yeah,
They should have an idea of what your budget looks like.
Exactly. If you guys been together that long, you're gonna propose to her. She should know what your finances are already.
Like-
she
like
already
if you're-
knows.
Like if your man is working at fucking like Taco Bell or something, it's you should understand that your budget is probably not a $30,000 princess cut
There's
10-carat diamond or something.
There's some that don't think like that. That's the scary part, and that's the one where you as a man got to make a decision. Like, she know I'm over here flipping burgers and rolling up tacos. Like, you really think I'm gonna afford a princess cut, AA diamond, fucking flawless shit? No, like
I think that's less of a problem for poor people than it is for people who are in
the middle.
the mid and like the higher. I think that's more of a thing for them. I mean, my grandma don't even have an engagement ring. You know what I mean? Like they got together. There's a ring for marriage and that's it. I think for poor
Different
people
times, though.
it's a little bit different. And but I mean,
Different
even then,
times.
like I don't think anybody expects somebody from Burger King to get them a fucking 10K carrot. You know what I mean? I don't think like those expectations just aren't there.
I would assume as much. I would assume that people. I think for the most part, people are pretty like open about their finances and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to pretend to have more money than you actually do. Like, I've never tried doing it, but it sounds exhausting to try to do that.
But think about it. Like the median for men in our age is like 60,000.
I'm not even sure. I know yours is
50,000?
boosted a little bit too because you're up in NYC. So
What are you talking about? The regular salary for a man or for
Our age.
anybody our age?
Yeah.
I think they
It's-
said it was like 50 to like 70 or some shit, like the
Yeah.
average. And that's crazy.
So
That's not even enough.
I think when your expectations are blown out of proportion like that, I think, there's time for a talk or there's time for like figuring out whether this is for you or not, whether this is going to be something that is sustainable. Because like I said, there are expectations in relationships. There's expectations in marriages. If someone is expecting to live a type of way and live a type of lifestyle and you cannot afford to give them that, it's going to become a problem in the relationship. If this person says, I want to go on one vacation every year and you got to make that happen, I mean, you know what I mean? I think
I don't
every
think that's
relationship,
bad,
there's
though.
like
I don't think that's
there's a give and take. I can't afford that.
yeah,
I
I don't think it's bad either to set those expectations or like tell people that what you like in your life.
And the vacation don't
but-
gotta
but-
be expensive either, though. Like,
But it'd be like if I was dating a girl and she told me within the next year I want to be off the grid and I want to live in the forest,
shit.
and I'd be like, well, that is not compatible with my lifestyle. So this is where we split our ways. Like I don't want, I'm not opposed to that. It's a much later stage of my life, but that's not where I want to be right now. I don't want to be in the middle of the woods, fucking
thank
like
you.
filtering my urine to drink water, whatever
Wiping
crazy
your ass with
off the
pine
grid
cones.
nonsense.
But no, yeah, those are all talks that you gotta have. But what's wild to me too is like they'll tell you you get a $4,000, $5,000 ring, and then they get for the 10-year anniversary we get a new ring or some shit like that, an upgrade.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
fine.
I don't think.
But if
I don't
your
think
ring
there's
already
nothing wrong
costs
with that.
$5,000, bitch, what you need an upgrade for?
Nah, don't you? I don't think.
What?
I think that's perfectly fine. I think you move up in life, and as you move up, the things that come in more quality for yourself. And I think you upgrade all these little things. Like you don't keep the same TV from 10, 15 years ago. You're gonna upgrade it eventually, right? Oh no,
That's
the TV
valid.
still works. Use it.
Some
like,
people are
nah.
like that though, but yeah, that's valid.
Yeah,
As
like
technology
I think,
increases, but it's a difference. That's not technology. That's fucking
Like, I mean,
women
jewelry.
love jewelry.
like
Women
the
love it.
TVs that we had as kids. You had to like hit the TVs to get them working. They had all kinds of kinks to when you're getting your fucking gaming setup going.
Yeah, I think it's just of difference of what we like and what women like, and I think women are more for like clothing and jewelry and accessories. I think that's their thing.
The biggest bullshit, they're not spending that much for our rings. That's the biggest bullshit. That's the second. Bro, they're not spending 5-10 grand.
I mean, this is where you could change the culture if you want. If you want to be treated to an engagement ring, Tony, like energy. you could make that happen. If you want your wedding band to have diamonds in it as a dude, go for it. Like,
I want lion cuts all the way around my shit.
Just think
I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that either. It's just setting the expectation. This is how we treat each other. You treat each other to jewelry, go for it. That sounds rad if that's your thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. I just think a lot of people get lost in the sauce. Like, and I think weddings a scam in itself.
Social media is another one where you're letting people outside your family, outside influences on your relationship with your partner. And I think some people can poison the well and make comments that make you feel insecure and shit like that. And that's why I say you don't put everything on social media. I think some of the shit is intimate for yourself, for your family and friends. But some people, their social media is not just them. It's the whole world. You know what I mean?
Their entire life.
Yeah. So I think you have to bring your scope down, and like I said, you have to like really talk to your partner about these things, and hopefully they understand where you're coming from. I would hope that everybody understands that.
Yeah, it's just the conversation you got to have with your partner. That's all it is, really. But
Yep. Stop spending so much money on weddings,
bro. It doesn't. You don't need to spend 10K on it. You don't.
Don't enter marriage in debt. Minimize as much debt as you can.
Go take. Matter of fact, have a small party and go on a bigger fucking honeymoon. Spend that shit on a honeymoon. Take a whole week, 2 weeks. Don't be caught in the hype of a fucking big wedding. I didn't do a big wedding. My shit was relaxed as fucked. But spend the money on the honeymoon. Go out, go live life. Don't fucking be in debt, trying to buy a house now, trying to start a family when you're 10, 15K in debt because you paid for a fucking wedding that lasted for 12 hours. Yeah, it's fine. Everybody came and have a good time, but fuck that shit.
Yeah, I personally, I would love to have all my friends there. Ideally, you want to, have the people that you love there. But I've helped my friend kind of plan his wedding, and when I saw that he was the venue that he wanted 10,000 up front and then like 7,000 after that, and I'm like, and I looked at the venue and I was like, that's it. I'm like, that's all you're getting for the, and I was like, this shit just doesn't make sense to me. And that was just a venue. You need to get flowers. You need to get all sorts of shit. The shit probably ended up costing him $25,000 or more.
You're talking decorations. You're talking catering. You're talking
with the
entertainment
ring included.
Music.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
The open bar. If you're gonna have a nice wedding, you better have an open bar.
But you know what? There is something
I agree with that. Nothing pisses me off more than a cash bar at a fucking wedding,
fuck
dude.
Fuck out of here. Open bar. Don't be that cheap. Don't be that cheap. Be cheap on the ring, damn it, but not on the fucking bar. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But a wedding is supposed to be a beautiful thing, right? In every culture, the wedding is supposed to be a ceremony. I think Indians do really beautiful weddings. I think, the wedding is a very beautiful thing. And I think it has to be special, right? But does it have to be $30,000 special when you're making $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year? I think you kind of need to think about that. I think for people who have the money for it, go for it.
People do save, though. People do save. Like, couples will get together and be like, yo, let's start saving now for a wedding. And then they'll do it for like 4 or 5 years, and then they have like a $30,000-$40,000 wedding that they don't got to, you know what I mean? That's a smart way of doing it if that's what you want.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But for our final topic, how long are you supposed to take care of your children's finances for? Mostly, this stems from Romeo calling out his dad, Master P, for taking out money from his taxes.
Well, he says that he used up all of his finances on paying his taxes back. And as we know, in that era, even early mid-90s, Master P had probably one of the biggest catalogs of music He had over 50 artists, some which we know, Snoop Dogg, a whole bunch of people went to Master P and recorded albums at his studios.
Do you want to do you want to tell people a little bit about like some of that catalog and give them a little background? Because I mean, obviously, Master P is most famous for being, you know, the genius behind the brand Rap Snacks. That's been his biggest contribution to the culture, to the world.
Yeah,
Rap Snacks.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He's been, what I didn't know was that he has also been creating Rap Snacks for over 15 years.
That's fucking nutty.
Romeo says that he not only he's been promoting Rap Snacks for over 15 years as well, trying to help his dad out. You know, his dad saying that they were going to own a piece of it and that they were going to sell it, and off of that money they would get paid. And Romeo says that he has not seen a dime. Now,
Damn.
a lot of people are like, hey, dude, and it's not just a lot of people. The black community is very separated on this issue. And the black community and the Hispanic community, I feel like, are very parallel in these. They're not the same, but they do have some of the same, they go by the same laws. And I think personally, it's a very flawed way of viewing raising a child and what your part is in your child's life at different ages of their life. A lot of people in Spanish and black families say, when you're 18, you're a man now. You got to go out and work, and you got to go make your money, and you got to survive off of your own money. And while I get like that, yes, you have to take responsibility for yourself in your 20s and your late teens. I think that is a very crucial part of that year. But a lot of them take it too far to the point where you don't have nothing to stand off of. And for me, I started off in a room on 161st Street. I started off renting a room for $500 and I worked my way up to my apartment. But like the damage that I did in credit card and debt, and there was no stability there for me. I kind of was just dropped here and they were like, make it happen. And I just had to kind of make it happen. And I would never want my son to go through, or my daughter to go through, the stuff that I've had to go through in the last 15, for however long, you know, this has been going on for me, where I've had to maintain myself. Even as a child, 15-year-old, I would not want a 15-year-old version of my kids to have to be raising themselves and like it going to work while, you know, which I think is cool to go to work in high school. But for me, I was getting Fs because I was working till like 1 a.m. So I don't know. I think a lot of this is nepotism based, and I feel like when you have the finances to take care of your child, I don't think that job ever stops.
For sure. I mean, we're talking about people in like a completely different tax bracket than all the rest of us, right? Yeah. Like Lil Romeo was everywhere. There was a period of time where he was everywhere. He was basically like making more money than grown ass men make in a year. Yeah. So like, I think that the conversation's a little fucked. Like, how much did Master P put into that? How much does Master P feel like he was owed during that time when he was this underage kid working? That like now he's like, but now you're on your own. You got it. I gave you exposure. That's what I did. Like he's basically saying that he paid him in exposure.
A lot of people said that they go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that there is a limit on what and how long you should support your kids' finances. Like at some point they got to be grown adults and they got to be able to handle their own. I'm not saying like if they're fucking in a slump, don't help them, but it like you legit have to, by at a certain age they got to understand the value of a dollar and how to handle and move their money around and, you know, handle their finances. Like don't come on here and be like, oh, I'm broke this week, I need money, boom. Next week, oh, I need money, boom. Or next month, I need money, boom. It's like, nah, handle your money. Because the more you don't teach them how to handle it, the worse it's going to be. So when you die, ain't nobody going to be there helping them, and your kid's going to be a bum.
How would you teach in that situation? Because like I've heard the argument that if you act like a crutch like that, if every time someone comes to, if every time your kid comes to you for money, you just hand him money, are you just teaching them that I'm a bank, or are you coddling them from a life's lesson? But to what extent though? Like to what extent as a parent would you be willing to let your child suffer? Like, are you going to let your kid not eat for a week because you're learning a lesson? Daddy's not giving you money anymore.
At some aspects, like me growing up, my dad taught me the value of $1 at a young age. So like he'll tell me like, oh, you want candy? You got to do something for the money to get the candy. So I would just rake the yard or something. He'll give me like $5. And back then, $5 is a long way to a fucking convenience store. Like, candies weren't that expensive as it is now. So it's like, okay, boom, I got money. Now I go to the store and I wanted all this stuff, but I realized I got $5 and I want to use this for tomorrow. So me right there, I'm already calculating like, okay, if I buy this, I can get this the next day. So right there, just me by doing it on my own, I'm already like, okay, I gotta make this last for X amount of time. So that right there, you start teaching your kid that instead of you just saying, sure, go grab whatever you want, I'll pay for it. No, you worked for the $5. Now go buy something what you want for it.
But think about it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I've got something. I'm just gonna have to keep it in my brain.
Go ahead. Oh, shoot.
Is there a time frame on things like this though? Like, let's say they didn't get those lessons when they were younger, right? Or let's say that those lessons obviously didn't stick. Is there a time frame? Like, is it you graduate and then you've got 7 years of your parents' assistance? If some shit goes sideways when you're in your 30s, should your parents no longer help you? Should you ask if you can crash there? Should they be like, fuck no, you're a grown ass man. Didn't I teach you the value of $1? You should have had money saved up or some shit, right?
Yeah, there's certain circumstances, obviously, certain variables that was gonna happen. That okay, I'll help you out because you're not bumming it, but you know the difference. Any adult knows the difference when your son or your child is bumming it or just got through some hard shit. That's very different. Help them out as best you can. But
so what if they're a bum? Let's go with that route.
If they're bumming
your child,
you got to hit that man hard with it.
You're gonna let him starve.
He's like, yo, go get a
you're
job,
gonna let him starve?
No, I'll make sure he gets something to eat. But I'm like, yo, you need to go work.
You're not gonna let it go that far. How far are you gonna let it go? We're going the barometer.
As far as you, I'm not gonna let you.
Homeless.
If he's homeless, I'd be kind of hard.
Detrimental that would be.
It's gotta be. It depends. If you're a fucking drug addict or whatever, and I've been trying to help you, you don't want to help. Nah, fuck out of here. Life is hard, my G. Like if you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you.
I mean, as a parent, like obviously I'm not a parent, right? But as a parent, would you actually be able to do that though? Because I feel like you and I both know, like logically, it's much harder for a person to get off drugs if they're living on the street than it is if they're living at home.
That is true, but that's what I'm saying. It just varies on the situation. It's hard to do a hypothetical right now, right? Because it's like I've seen families deal with that, and it's worse at home. They're stealing from you. They're taking shit out of your house and to go buy drugs, and now you come home with nothing. And then they say, fuck it, get the fuck out of my house. I'm done with you. Yeah. The parents are going to have a limit. Like, at 18 years old, I think your kid needs to be able to buy his own shit, do a job if he wants to. I'm not saying make him work 40 hours a week or whatever, but at least they're not relying on you solely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't necessarily disagree. I do think that there can be, like, detriments to, like, just giving your kids money anytime they're asking for it. Yeah. I think that it can lead to just expecting that it doesn't matter if I'm short handouts, because there's always money in the, there's always money in the banana stand or whatever, Yep.
Handouts. That's all it is. You gotta know, they gotta know what no means. Put it like that.
But is a parent's responsibility to just take care of their children forever?
No, it's not. Maybe
I think so.
And it's not financially either. Like it can be so. Like emotionally, or doing a favor like that. But I don't think that you're tied to paying all their shit. You're tied to just giving them fucking money. Like, no, hey, I'm not made of money, right? Even if I was made of money, bro, there's rich people who don't even really be doing that like that. Like,
I agree.
Like
I
Shaq
disagree.
said, like, yo, I'll pay or I'll give you money or whatever if you show me a degree. Like, I'll like put you in the will type shit if you show me your degree.
I
They
think
went to go
if
get their
you're,
degrees. It's like,
I think if you,
Go ahead.
I think if your child is out there suffering, and especially if you're a celebrity, you're just showing your ass. Personally, I think as no matter what the situation is, and I think even if you're at your ends meet and you have somebody that's mentally ill, your child, something like that, I think it is still your responsibility as a parent to be there for your kid, no matter how old they are, no matter what situation they're in. I think it is physically your responsibility to be there for them. And I think that job doesn't stop when they're 20, when they're 30, when they're 40.
I think it's all
And
situational too, though.
I think the one quantifier of this is poverty. There's people that are poor and can't afford stuff like this, and then there's people that do. I have rarely seen this with people that are wealthy. When someone moves in and they're 40 years old, their parents are helping, their 60-year-old, 70-year-old parents are helping them move in. They're paying for their rent. They're paying for their cell phones. Their parents are still paying for their cell phones to this day. That job never stops. It's never going to stop. You being a parent for your son, you being there to show him the way when he falls down. I think
but you're saying
that
two different
is-
things, though. I'm just speaking on finances. Like, I'll help my kid out to a certain degree. I'm not gonna be there
You
babying them.
won't. You're not going to allow the pitfalls of life to affect your son.
What are you talking about?
guarantee it.
I just said that
guarantee it.
I just said I'm not gonna support him financially like that. Like if he needs something, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many
I'm telling
variables.
you that you're
it's hard
wrong, though.
No,
you will
how?
help that boy.
How can you tell me?
Because it's your son, Tony.
Listen.
It is your
You're not
blood.
even listening, though. Like, I am going to help him to the best of my abilities, but I am not going to be his crutch. Like, I'm not going to be his crutch. You have to, bro. By that time, if my son doesn't know how to handle his money, I failed him as a parent off rip. I'm sorry. If
But
my
that's
son
not
is
where the
25
story
years old
ends.
and don't know how to do certain things, how to handle his money, how to do taxes, how to do like I didn't really know all that. Like, my parents didn't teach me all of that because themselves didn't know too much of it. But if
That's a weird barometer.
No, it's not.
By 25, if he doesn't have his shit
Nigga,
together,
by 18, if he doesn't know how to manage money, I think there's a
I'm
problem
telling
there.
you, that's that black Spanish culture. I'm telling
How's
you,
that
that's
black
that shit.
Spanish culture?
That's that, at year 18, at year 25, if they
No,
don't got
you're-
their shit, if they're not fucking,
See,
yo,
you're
it's the
taking
same
that
shit
to
that
the
was
level- I'm
told
not-
to me. You're 18 now. You're a man.
That's not what
You
I'm telling
need to
my
go
kid.
handle-
You're
and-
not listening. You're not listening. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at 18, if they don't know how to manage money, if they don't know how to, do certain things, I'm failing him as a parent. By 18, I think all kids should know how to do their own taxes. I didn't know how to do my own taxes. My teacher in high school showed me how to do my own taxes.
I would say like 22, 23, because you're talking like you're mixing in like some college kids, right? Those kids maybe don't have a job. Maybe your kid didn't have a job back in high school because they were focusing on extracurriculars, sports, whatever the fuck, right? They didn't have time. I would say 22, 23. You should by that point should have done your taxes before and
So then
figured
my
out
original
like how to do
statement
personal.
stands at 25. You should know
Yeah,
how to do a
figure out
lot
how
of
to
those
do-
things.
But like, is that the end of assistance to kids? I would be so surprised to find that 25 is like the age that we could agree upon for that.
No, I don't think that's the end of it. And I'm like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I will be there to support my kid. There's certain variables in life that happens that will prevent me to be like, yo, like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just a difference to
Let's
just
say-
giving you fucking money nonstop. You just
Okay,
ask. I'm
okay.
not even asking a question. I'm just giving you hundreds. Like,
What
this-
if
no,
money wasn't an issue for you?
the same? It'll be the same shit.
If you had more money,
If I
you
had
don't have.
unlimited
There's
money-
no money problems, and you can give him whatever you want. Money would really be an issue. You would make
It's
that
not
a
about-
problem for him.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's not about.
you hit that $500 million Powerball tomorrow or something.
It's not a
Money's
I
going
would
to be a
still-
problem for him.
It won't be a problem for him, but I'm not gonna just give it to him. I'm not just gonna flood him. He's
You're
not
not.
gonna.
He has it. You don't have to give him anything. You
What
are
is he
an
gonna have?
extension
I
of him.
have it. He
has
doesn't have it. No.
You have
There's
it.
a very big difference here. I have it. He doesn't have it. I can give it to
Your
him.
son doesn't have what you have. You're telling me that.
Money
You know
wise,
what? You know what is wild to me about conversation like this is not with you specifically, Tony, but it brings to mind like people always talk like, especially these like hustle culture dudes and these hustle culture people. They always talk about like building generational wealth and making sure my kids never have to work and blah blah blah. But then they also say the same shit where they're like, but my kid will have to work. Like he's not just gonna live off this money that I'm building. I was like, why the fuck are you building generational wealth then? If you're not
see,
gonna pass it
generational
down to
wealth,
the generations.
generational wealth works because you got to keep that shit going. Just because I build a generational wealth, at some point that money's gonna run out. If the fucking tree doesn't, or the apples don't keep growing, you know what I'm saying? The kids don't keep learning or keep that same mentality. I'm gonna leave my.
How many years out are we talking on that though? You're talking like
generational
50,
wealth is
60 years
forever. Like if I hit the lotto, if I hit $500 million, I'm gonna try to establish some type of way. I'm gonna try to get even better with money, and that way it can last for generations. My kids are gonna still use that money. Like
But
that's
you
the type of
can't
shit you gotta
control-
teach them.
You can't control your kids'
No,
kids'
you
kids.
can't.
You know what I mean?
But you can
like
teach
it
your
is
kid.
after you die. That's it. They have that wealth to, let's say, move to the so that they don't have to start at zero.
No, that's duh. Obviously, I'm saying
you-
that
if you
my
got-
kid, I
if
give
you-
my kid the knowledge to
Let him
continue
speak.
growth.
If you hit the Powerball, let's say you put $400 million away from the Powerball, you would be earning $8.8 million yearly just in interest on that money.
That's great.
How much generational wealth? How much would you have to worry about your generational wealth not passing on? You think someone's gonna spend $8 million in a year just boom casually?
Bro, I want that shit. I want them to be able to just to have the money. After I die, I don't give a fuck. At that point, I'm dead. I did everything I could possibly do for you. But I'm gonna try to give my son every ounce of knowledge, every ounce of. I'm not gonna leave him. If I have him hundreds of millions of dollars and I die, I'm gonna make sure he's well off when I die. I'm gonna give you money. Now it's up to you to handle that shit. It's up
He's
to you
gonna
not to
inherit
fumble
all
the bag.
your money, not just all of it.
No,
Everything.
I'm gonna split my money up with my family. I got my sisters are still alive. God forbid anything happens to them. My nieces, my nephews. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets the bag. My son's gonna get the majority of it, but I'm gonna make sure everybody gets the bag, and I'm gonna make sure that they don't fumble it. I'm gonna give them the keys so they don't fumble the bag.
You can't prevent. You can't do that. There's
listen
somebody's
to what
gonna
you're
fumble.
fucking saying. You're not listening. I'm gonna give him the keys. I'm gonna put the fucking keys in the fuck boy's hands. I'm gonna take the hinges
brackets,
off the fuck
hinges
boy
off the
hands
doors.
and let him go through the door. I'm just saying, like, I'm giving him the keys. If they fuck up, that's on them now, though. I'm dead. I can't do as long as I did what I did as a parent, giving them the knowledge and the tools. They gotta build their own way. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
And I don't disagree with that part at all. Like I think that it's important to teach those kinds of lessons. I think schools should teach a lot more of these lessons. I think schools should teach you how to do taxes, and they should have classes that actually focus on like the kind of math and money management and budgeting that we actually deal with in our daily lives, because that's just shit that for the most part we've all just had to figure out as we've gone along. My dad tried to teach me the importance of money and things like that. But he never sat down with me and was like, and this is how you balance a checkbook, and this is how is how you figure out how much money you should be spending every month. His lesson was more along the lines of, just live in your means. Live in your means. Like, well, that's useful.
That's not helpful. Yeah, that's not helpful. That's what I'm saying. Giving your kids the knowledge that you didn't have, but you've learned, that's not starting from zero. That's started from a better point than where you started. So you're already at a better advantage.
But I do think that if you are the most powerful country in the world, the richest country in the world, and you're letting people starve in the streets, I think you're fucking up as a country. And in that same line of thought, I think if you're a parent that has the means and the ability to keep your kid off the street and keep your kid from starving, and you're not because you're teaching them a lesson, I think you're probably a piece of shit too.
I mean, borderline, right? Like, it depends. Like, if like there's different things in life that, like, I'm gonna help my son. If my son's a drug addict, God forbid, he's a drug addict and he doesn't want to do nothing but steal and do crack all damn day long, and I take him and I put him in a home, or not a home, but I put him somewhere to help him out, this and that, or I bring him in the house and he runs, escapes, and keeps doing it. How much times do you keep doing this same shit, dumping it in there, capturing him, or they get capturing him, grabbing him, putting him in there? Like, where's your stopping point, Mateo?
Until it works. As a parent, I would hope that your answer is until it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not there. I hope I'll never be there. But
here's the thing. I don't believe what you say, first of all, because I know how much you love Luka.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
So I understand your philosophy. I don't think you have any bite to your bark. Personally, you love your son so much, you will not let him. It's just, I don't believe you.
This is the same stance that I'm taking. Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't actually have a problem with any of the philosophy that you're saying. Like, I think it is important to teach these lessons.
I'm just saying.
But I think when you're, as a parent, if you came to that situation, I don't think you would let that boy be homeless. I don't think you'd let him be on the street without a dollar in his pocket.
And you can rewind the tapes. Mind you, I never said I'm going to leave him homeless, and I never said I'm going to let him starve. Not once did I say that. Not once. So this mountain that y'all putting me on right now, I never once said that. I'm just saying, what's your stopping point? What's your stopping point? That's all I'm asking.
This is what we're talking about.
I don't know my stopping point because I'm not there yet.
We are saying there is no stopping point. That's what we are agreeing with.
I've seen parents that had a stopping point.
And I think that's,
I'm saying, me personally, I'm not there, so I don't know. But I know at some point something's got to give. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna let my son die in front of me, no. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I can't really answer that question that you want me to answer. But I've seen people say, I'm done. I had enough. You know what I mean?
I think that's because they don't have enough money to finance, and money is really the issue and the problem.
No, if your son goes out and kills hundreds of people, you're going to keep supporting his habits and give him. I
love my son till the day I die. Do you know Jeffrey Dahmer's? A lot of these people, serial killers' moms don't believe that they did the crime.
I was thinking about that exact thing when we were talking earlier. I was thinking we were talking about the limits of parental love, and I was like, these parents.
Answer your own question.
They should go to jail too.
If Luka kills 100 people,
the parents shouldn't go to jail.
If you're supporting the dude's habits, yeah, you should go to jail.
Answer your own question. Answer your own question.
What?
If the mom's out there helping him abduct women from the highway or something, yeah,
you ain't stopping her. You ain't stopping him.
Luka is a future serial killer. Would you stop loving Luka?
I won't stop loving him, but I'll stop him.
But
I answered your question. I won't stop loving him, but I will stop him. I will stop him. I wouldn't want him to hurt other people's families or kids. Okay. I will stop him. That's what I said. I love him. Yeah. He's a serial killer, but I can't support that son. I'm not going to have you kill someone else's son because I wouldn't want that to happen to you.
If you were a parent that was aware and you were helping your kid cover up, yeah, you're a shitty parent in that case. We were just talking about these parents that like they're still supporting and loving their kids that have done these terrible, horrible things.
They don't want to believe it. That's all it is. That's a mind thing. They don't want to believe it. Like,
I think they do. I think in some way they know that these things are true.
They have to. There's no way.
You can love someone that you hate like that. Those are not necessarily.
Your son is gonna be 30 years old, and you're still gonna see your son at this age in him. It doesn't stop. Like, you're always gonna see him as a child. Like, it's not gonna stop when just because he starts growing a beard and this and that, and he's able to do things on his own. He's always gonna be your son.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna treat him like a 2-year-old. If that's what you're trying to get at. Like, he's
I'm saying,
gonna
but if
always
he
be my
grows
baby
up,
boy. Yeah, but I'm gonna treat him like a man because you gotta treat him like the person he is. If he's 24, I'm not gonna. Oh, my little baby, but let me hold you, me burp you. No, in my heart, you're still my little boy. In my heart, you're still my little boy. But you're a man. Talk to you, treat you like a man. You fucking up, hey boy, you fucking up. I
can't wait till he's a grandfather and he just cracks and all of this philosophy goes out the window. He's just a biggest loving grandfather.
That's different.
No, let him. Don't
That's
worry.
different. That's very different because everybody here experienced that. Our parents treat us hard. As soon as we get to grandparents, it's all lovey-dovey. I see with my parents.
That was my experience with my grandparents, but I'm an exception to the rule.
The majority. I'm just saying, that my grandkids, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm spoiling the shit out of my grandkids. But my son, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just what it is. Like, but yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. We're out here. We're dropping videos. We got videos coming starting this new year. New year bullshit.
Yeah.
We're dropping videos every single fucking day. Shorts, reels. We still got the regular time form for the our time format for the episodes and all that. But we're adding new TikTok videos. We're even re-releasing some of our old ones as well. So
Maybe we'll put out episode 62 and we'll give ourselves a week break from the podcast.
yeah, and hopefully.
Also,
what?
We got big things coming, guys.
Ooh.
Big things.
We're doing this
big
again.
changes, big content changes, new formats, new formulas. We're gonna try some new things, but I'm very excited.
We're working on a robot Pucho so he can come back to join us.
The robot Pucho. He won't disagree with me. He'll just say, yes, sir. No, sir.
No, he strictly will disagree with everything you say. Strategically.
He's gonna be welcome to the One Up podcast. No, fuck them.
No.
He's just gonna disagree with everything he says.
Give me a little crunch for our
One
way
more
out of here,
crunch for
man.
the pooch.
Yeah, we're gonna crunch. There you go.
Whew.
There you
I
go.
wish I was as happy as that man eating that last bite of chips. As always, people, go one up yourself. Peace.